ready to live together? I think the federal government is challenged. To face this security problem head on.
Kabiesi.
Yes.
Yes, Kabiesi, have you been able to reach any family member of the deceased? Is there anything you're doing with the government to sort of pacify those people who have lost people in the church?
Yes, we know the victims. We've been consoling them. And immediately the attack occurred. I had to call Mr. Governor immediately, who was in Abuja. So he promised me that he will be in the war shortly. And after less than 2 hours, he was here. He inspected he was at the scene for the attack, and he couldn't believe what already happened.
Right.
And shortly thereafter, he came to the palace and we discussed. So he was there to console us as well.
Right.
We discussed, the Mr. Governor is from our year.
Yeah.
So I believe that the federal government needs to do more. We are challenged.
Obviously.
Yes.
Of course, our heart goes out to your entire people once again. I'm a bit worried about security response because I wanted to find out from you. You said the attack, according to the report of one of the priests who was in the attack, mentioned that it started around 11 and it lasted for over 20 minutes. Is it that there was there is no police station around? Was there any security attack on the people that were the attackers? Because they drove in, according to the papers, with a Volkswagen, and they had ammunition. There was no checks or something. What have you heard, sir?
Well, the closest station to the church is a police post in my palace there. But we don't have officers there. Maybe about one or two, and they are not equipped. They are not equipped. With another station, which is at the 8th Division. That's the main police station in the war. The problem they usually say is that they don't have vehicles to move around, and the other station is very close to when going towards Akure. They equally complained of lack of vehicles that are to move. So I think our security apparatus needs to be overhauled.
But Kabiyesi, the reason why we have a Amotekun, for example, in that community, especially in that region, is for things like this, so intelligence. Yeah. So you are the Oba within that community. How effective would you say Amotekun has been so far in gathering intelligence from the forest to have, because there was a time when caught everybody unawares. In your view, what's Amotekun doing to help? Because I heard that they actually chased about 4 or so people. Did they catch them? What's Amotekun doing in this situation?
Well, the Amotekun Corps is trying. But I believe this type of attack is beyond Amotekun. Believe you me, our forests surrounding not only Owo, those states, and even in Yoruba land, have been occupied by these Fulani huntsmen. They are there, they have settled there. And our people can't access their farms anymore. They can't access their farms. And the report we later heard was that there is a very notorious road called outskirts of the town where those people ran to eventually. That's one of their settlements. Believe me, I've been making reports because we've been receiving military officers visits to the palace often and often. I've requested severally that those forests need to be security. The security agencies need to access those forests and flush out all these legal settlers there. But since nobody bothered.
All right.
So the federal government needs to do more. I don't know. This thing finally falls on the public of the federal government. The Amoteku call is just coming up. And you know what? They are not equipped. The law, they are not allowed to carry sophisticated weapons. Those who came around yesterday were carrying sophisticated weapons, AK-47, but Amoteku call cannot carry that.
Right.
If they have been so equipped, I believe our people will face them.
All right, let me go on a break, sir. I'm told I have to add the commissioner for police on this conversation. Stay with us, right? Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Give me some of that. Some of this, some of that. Give me some of that. Some of this, some of that. One, make you melt like the sun. Two, I can make it all about you. Three, you should make it all about me. Four, yeah, I think I like that more. Give me some of that.
Helen Paul. Don't be surprised. I'm a new twin. I know you've heard of Apic Toilet Cleaner.
Of course.
And for the rest of your bathroom,
I use detergent and bleach to clean.
madam, detergent and bleach does not give you better cleaning. In the bathroom, you find tough stains like grime, limescale, and hidden underneath are germs. Introducing new Apic Bathroom Cleaner. Dilute it in water to clean the floor. And for tough stains, use directly on surface to give you 10 times better cleaning versus detergent and kills germs as well.
Wow.
So blue
For my toilet.
and red.
For my bathroom to be good as new.
I miss them.
Well, they should be on their way by now.
Will it feel like it used to? With everyone so busy these days.
It will be fine.
Suddenly, she passes right.
Oh, yeah, I know. Single file.
Grandpa, what was Grandma like?
She always found ways to bring us all together.
Devon Kings, taste that brings us all together. Babies cannot speak. All they do is cry whenever they're sick. When your baby is going through aches, fever, or pains, allergic cough, including discomfort associated with teething pains, treat your baby with Bonababe syrup. Bonababe is manufactured by Bond Chemical Industries Limited. Available in pharmacies near you. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor.
I use it for you when you are a baby. Hello, everyone. Hope you people have linked your NIN. Don't be like my son, Oshegu, who had to wait for his land to be disconnected.
Yes, oh, mommy, but I am now reconnected. Yes. I went to Airtel shop, enrolled for my NIN, and re-registered my line. Simple and short, no stress. It didn't end there. Airtel rewarded me with a no-invest bonus of 20,000 naira free airtime and data to access all my social media accounts. If you already have NIN, all you need to do is dial *121# or visit the Airtel website to get link up. Getting it.
Airtel, the smartphone network. Are you aware that your perfect family may be under threat by germs? Germs can cause infectious disease. These infectious diseases are amongst the biggest killers of adults and children. Illness-causing germs are everywhere. In unclean bathing water, on your clothes, dirty surfaces, on cuts and wounds. To protect your family from germs, use the power of Dettol's 1 capful. In your bathing water, for your laundry, for surface cleaning, for first aid, and to protect your family from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Be Dettol Sure.
What a lovely couple.
Thank you very much, ma.
How can I help you?
My madam here wants us to change our mattress. She says it is too firm.
It is, very uncomfortable.
But I like the mattress.
You're always complaining of backache. I'm not even going to massage you.
No.
Don't worry.
I have the right mocha for you. Come with me. Mondio Plus is a spring mattress with a comfort layer. It is made with superior Bonnell technology, which ensures the spring core doesn't poke through. You will both enjoy it.
Hey, babe, but you're still going to massage my back here.
There is always more to a story than the screaming headline. The part of a story that is not told casts a shadow. It's like the part of an object that is not reached by light. On TVC News, I'm able to explore the many angles there are to a story, talking to stakeholders, asking the difficult questions, and digging for facts. I believe the viewers are able to make a better decision if they're well informed and understand not just a part, but the complete story. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Every 1 hour, 86 migrants enter Lagos State. It is a beehive of activity in this city that never goes to sleep. There is always something to talk about. We go the extra mile to tell the story of Africa's 5th largest economy. We track happenings on land, on waterways, and in the air. We go against all odds to ensure that you are heard.
25% of the entire spread of Lagos is covered with water.
I'm Adedo Jasanamageni. I live in Lagos.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slapped, stroked, and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocate.
Thanks for staying with us. So we're discussing the Black Sunday that happened yesterday in Ondo State, in our town. And we'll be speaking with the KBC. Unfortunately, we got disconnected. We tried to call in the Commissioner of Police, who had agreed to be on the show this morning. Unfortunately, we're still yet to reach him too. So we'll open our phone lines to hear from Nigerians. You can call us on 08127053687. 09139076948. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag your view TVC so we can read it too. We'd like to hear your thoughts on what happened. Okay, I'm told that the KBC is back. KBC, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, I have a few more questions for you. Yes, Brian wanted to go.
Yes, KBC, just to give us some form of context so people understand what this community is like. Is it bordered by a huge forest? And is it a place that is usually protected? Is there police presence usually in that area? And did it change before this incident happened, or you've just never had any police incident? I'm asking this because we know that the governor has been very, serious about making sure that the people who, headsmen who can stay in Ondo State are properly registered, and those who are not should vacate. So I would like to know, since his stance, do you think that it made you more vulnerable? And did you see any police presence to sort of protect you even before this happened?
I can't really get you. Maybe please again.
You didn't hear me.
Hello?
Yes, KBC.
Hello?
Did you get her question?
No, I didn't get it.
So what's your...
Okay. So I was just saying that we know that the governor of the state has been very, what was the word now? Vocal about headsmen in Ondo State, the registration and those who would not register to leave Ondo State. And I'm wondering, like, what is the geographic topography of that community? Is it a community that is surrounded by heavy forest? Is it easy to access from the forest? Is it a place that's open or well guarded by police officers, you know, before this happened? Or it has never just, you've never just even seen any security or police presence within your community?
Well, we have police presence. We have police presence, but the personnel, I think they are not enough. They are not enough, and they are not even well equipped. The town is, as you know, it's surrounded by forest. Maybe while going towards Benin, going towards Akoko, going towards Akure, and our people, you know, we have a lot of farmers. Well, what really happened? I just really want to make a statement. That's what I want. That's my conclusion.
Right.
And that needs to be investigated by government.
Okay.
Okay, Kabesi, I wanted to ask about, you mentioned the forest being occupied by herders. Can you hear me, sir?
Hello?
Can you hear me? You mentioned the forest is occupied by herders, by herdsmen, and it has not allowed the village, the town, the people that live in Owo to go to their farmland.
Yes.
So my question, sir, is that are these a new set of herders, or because I know most of this, most villages have Fulani settlements where herdsmen have always stayed for a long time. So my question, sir, are these new herders? Are these new settlers? Are these strangers? Or are these different from the people that you've lived with peacefully over the years?
These are new settlers. We've been having food people outside in settlers amongst us over the years. And these are just new settlers. You know, with the Libya's occurrence, that's it. They have been migrating here and there. Sorry, the government is around. I want please. Sorry, the government is around.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sorry.
The governor of the state is around with him, so he needs to see the governor.
All right. Thank you very much, Kabiyesi. Appreciate it. I guess he has to leave.
So he's saying that these are not the same
regular
settlers.
because even the governor has said that. According to the governor, he said these are Malians trained in Libya. So obviously it's like they have some kind of agenda. They know who they are, you know, and they're saying. And I don't know if they know where they are. They might know who they are. They don't know where they are. And what can the state governor do? Yes, he's the chief security officer of the state. But how much power how much influence does he have to actually secure the people?
So, Mara, every time we talk about things like this in Nigeria, we categorize all these criminals. So now we bandits, we have terrorists, we have killer headsmen, we have kidnappers. So with this particular set, is this a new segmentation that has come in, or is it different factions of all these same ones that we have talked about? And how long have we been aware of their presence in our forest within the Nigerian boundary? Or how long have they been aware of them, you know, around this community? It's just, I can see how it's a tough job because, you know, they are like flies. You kill one, they raise their heads. But also, I feel that our intelligence is not enough. We need to be able to even have like a forewarning of what something, you know, that something like this would happen.
You know, sometimes you have intelligence, but you don't have the ability to.
I don't believe that we don't have intelligence.
Let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll open our phone lines and take a few calls. We're expected to speak to the commissioner for police, but now that the governor is in town, maybe they're all with him. We'll see if we can get somebody to speak to us. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Guys, we can't leave. Got to finish the client's order tonight.
This time?
How about some top tea to cheer us up?
Only one bag of top tea makes 2 strong cups, so taste to know more flavor, enjoyment, friendship, and upliftment.
Wow, this looks gorgeous. Beautiful.
Taste to know. Top tea.
Showing up in style inspires great confidence. IVM G5T appeals to class.
Time is of the essence. With IBM Kappa, business and meetings are always on the go. Fun time with the family. Thank you to IBM Kingdom. IBM carries always still on the show. Isn't she beautiful? Influence defines a great leader. IBM Cherokee is Africa's commute king. Strong, reliable, and durable. With the concept of regionalization, Innocent Vehicle is committed to satisfying its customers with producing their everyday dream cars.
IVM, pride of African roots.
Thank you. Hi there. Hello. You can price shop, but you're always saving on everything except for here. This is where you're throwing money down the drain. How? On this cleaning product. Impossible. You need the new Harpic toilet cleaner. With just 130 naira sachet of Harpic toilet cleaner, you save 4. Harpic stick formula stays longer, so it cleans 10 times better. Wow, Helen! And it's safe because it's only 30 naira, giving you a sparkling clean toilet and great savings too.
Ajaye go gym. You want go shake your body. Instead they make it calm down. If the farm say it's happy. You want to grow 6 packs in a day. I beg you not to pass your power. You want to show yourself, oh. Ajaye. Wekele, arubo tekele. Who can service the matter?
Whatever your size, find it with the new Airtel data plans. Dial *141# now to get the plan that suits you. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Bye, Mom.
He's going to play in this weather. Why did you let him go? He might fall ill.
And if he doesn't go out for practice, how will he win more trophies? To protect our family from illness-causing germs during the rainy season, we use Dettol soap every day.
Dettol with germ defense gives you protection. Rainy season brings a lot of germs, and Dettol soap's germ defense protects you from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Dettol soap is endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association. Be Dettol sure.
Once in a while, something amazing comes by. Your orange pack Lamb Western Poundo potato. The acceptance of the groundbreaking Lamb Western Poundo potato has continued to grow year over year. Are you looking for the Irish potato goodness? Are you looking for that nutritious breakfast, lunch, or dinner meal that fills your belly and above all, convenient and easy to prepare? Look no further. Look for the orange pack. Look for Lamb Western Poundo potato. Every day is a day to celebrate. Just stir, no lumps. Food is ready in less than 5 minutes. The orange pack Lamb Western Poundo potato is simply it. Go and get your pack of Lamb Western Poundo potato. Also available in 500 gram and 2 kilogram pack sizes at your local supermarkets and open markets. Seeing possibilities in potatoes.
Every major news story is with many perspectives and layered with different levels of impact.
Honey, what time did this happen? We will be right there.
At TVC News, we follow the big and major news, gathering the facts, witnessing the outcome.
I am here live at the aftermath of the approval of the new national minimum wage.
The TV station of the year, not just for breaking news, but for being first, fair, and accurate. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Thanks for staying with us. Joining the conversation right now is the Commissioner of Police, Ondo State, CP Oyediro Oyeyemi. Welcome to the show, sir. Are you there? Hello, sir. CP. Oh, we got told we lost the call. So we'll open our phone lines again. You can call us on 081-270-53687, 091-390-7694. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag your view TVC so we can read your tweet. We're very interested in speaking to the Commissioner of Police because we've been talking earlier about intelligence.
Yeah.
You know, you think that the police should have some kind of intelligence, or if they did have intelligence, who did they reach out to support? If you don't have enough, do we have CCTVs around the state? These are questions that we need to know, especially in a state where the governor is very vocal against these unregistered headsmen. We don't know they're in the forest. So these are things that he could have been an easy target, you know, because people, when governors like that are very outspoken, we had that happen in the east, in the southeast. So we can understand why he might be a target. In fact, he went to his own home state, Owo. So this could be personal, or it could be just a bunch of headsmen out there willing to kill Nigerians. So these are questions that we need to ask.
Yeah, Miriam mentioned about intelligence, and I'm worried because I know that if the government wants to do something, they really do it. I do not believe that they do not have enough intelligence. I just believe that there is no political will to see this to the end. So, you know, the way the hierarchy is, you must wait for this order to be passed. You are supposed to have so and so bullets. You're not allowed to shoot. It seems like our security officials' hands are tied when it comes to matters like this. So you must wait till you get this order and that order, and we see lives being lost. I'm worried because I know that when it comes to insecurity, it has no gender, it has no name, it has no a tribe. It's not only for the Hausas or for the Igbos. It has no affiliations. It's gradually hitting everybody. It's gradually moving to every state. We're sitting down on a keg of gunpowder, and it seems like our governments are not willing. I would say they don't know what to do. I believe they know what to do, but they are not willing, and we're not having the right conversations. Do we now start asking that? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, the CP is back. I need you to direct that question to the CP. Okay. CP, good morning. Thanks for joining us. We have CP Oyediro Oyeyemi. Sir.
Hello, good morning.
Good to have you on the show. So before you just came on, BC was talking about the issue of intelligence, because there's the perception out there that we have intelligence, just that we don't apply ourselves, or we don't have the equipment to do it, or we don't have any way to forestall these kind of attacks. As the Commissioner of Police in charge of that state, did you have intelligence this was going to happen? And if you did not, what could have happened? What went wrong? Technology. Right. Hopefully we'll try to get it again.
May I conclude now? Yes. So I'm saying that I think we need to change our conversation. We need to start asking ourselves, should we as Nigerians begin to equip ourselves in such a way that we can defend? No. When you see that the government is failing to provide their primary responsibility, which is to secure lives and property, you have to sit up and ask yourself, should we start defending ourselves? Excuse me, there are countries that
America is worrying about gun battles right now. They are debating gun laws right now.
On people. So I think you have to look at your state and work with what works for you.
This is Nigeria.
No, leave it.
People are angry every day.
I know.
You take my coffee, I just take a gun.
Honestly, no, it's true. Before they give you a gun, now when they test you, they will test you.
They never test you for driver's license. It is the gun they will test you for.
But no. If we can, let me just land this point. If these people know that Nigerians are now equipped to carry guns, they would think twice before coming.
We're just sitting down and people are being massacred, and all we hear is our hearts go out to them. We send condom. It has to get to a point where we stop all of this. You need to find what works for your nation. If democracy is not working, you use another system. Something has to be done because we're sitting down. Oh, God will not let us see evil. It's moving everywhere. I was leaving the house this morning and I was looking around. I saw a lot of miscreants. I couldn't even define where they're coming from. It's just to receive one message and doors will be locked and everybody will be dealt with. We're sitting on a keg of gunpowder. We need to do something.
You're very correct. Absolutely.
So,
to do something.
You know, something about this is it's almost like if you're from the north, the middle belt, just, you know, where my family is and everything. There are times till tomorrow where some Sundays messages will be sent to say, don't go to church. I think people are constantly living in fear. And there used to be the conversation of, won't you tell mommy to move here? And that's the truth. Now it's here. They move to here or move to there. There's no place to move to if we do not handle this quickly. It used to be the northern problem. Oh, is there a problem over there? Now it's gradually moving everywhere. And you know, the report we're reading, it says this is the first time the arrival of this sort of massacre happening in the south. God forbid that it's an arrival. Let's just say that it's a one-off. You know, but we really need to do things differently. I don't know if it's about conversations, because I think we have all kinds of conversations. We have the conversation. Thank you. The policies are there, but it's just, we have the strategy. Do we have the equipment? Do we have the wherewithal to do it? Do we have the intelligence in mind and in the structure, you know, to protect ourselves? And I feel that that is really where the problem is.
So the sermon yesterday in my church was about one phrase that stuck to me, like is in my head. He said, where there's selfishness, there'll be scarcity. And we tend to think scarcity is leading to selfishness. We feel like I'm not going to share because I don't have. But what we don't realize is we don't have because we don't share. We have a mental block at the leadership level. They keep moving into bigger houses with security doors and bulletproof cars. They think bulletproof cars, more mopos protecting them is the way to deal with the issues on ground. It will catch you. It is coming to your door. That's the fact. Until you become selfless, until you drop the selfishness in your spirit, thinking that your children can travel out for education and other people's children are here on strike for months. Until you drop the selfishness of thinking your own door is protected, you will not fix the road, but you will buy a bigger jeep to drive through it. Until we deal with those issues, why would we pay for 100 million naira for form? But our police stations don't have a vehicle, Murayo. Police stations don't have fuel. And we are fighting insecurity.
And why is that? Let's do the backward integration.
Let's establish what I'm saying.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, how can a town as big as Owo, I've been to Owo, how can a town as big as Owo have 2 police stations? Only 2. No, it's not even only matter. And the Oba said we have a few security men, but they don't have
equipment.
They don't have a vehicle, but people in that town have money. I'm not pointing my finger at leaders alone. All of us are leaders.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you that the real problem is not just because they don't have 2 cars. The real problem is we refuse to decentralize policing. Because if I'm going to Abuja to give me the money I'm going to use to run the administrative of I want to buy Biro in the police station, you know what? I have to do approval to Abuja to get money. That's the problem.
I think the real problem is our responsibility.
Let me take this
because
call.
That's part of it.
We'll come back to this conversation. Let me take this call. Good morning. Are you there? John, I believe. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. You're live. Go ahead, please.
Okay. I want to consult the family from a war that lost their life yesterday. I want to consult them also. And we are talking about the insecurity in Nigeria. I don't know what we can do. And also, I always pray for this nation, Nigeria, so that we can able to have a good security in our Nigeria. Even if you want to walk on the road.
John? I was talking to a police officer sometime. He was saying that some stations get 100,000 naira for the quarter.
What will that
for the entire quarter to run the entire station?
And in our mind,
so
we don't have power.
They don't have power.
We think
they don't have vehicles. They can't buy fuel. So the truth is, we need that. But when with the arguments of we need to decentralize police come up, and that the person say some states can't afford it too, because Lagos State can afford it. That's why you're talking about it. But some states can't. Some states can't afford. They can't afford the apparatus of the whole police security. So
that stresses the points that Tope is trying to make. That we can break it down. That this affects all of us. Not provide for ourselves. So because you have the political power, you have wealth to buy your own cars with bulletproof. You don't equip the police that is supposed to protect you and other people. You focus on yourself. That's where we are going to. And I think they collect a lot of money for security.
Security votes. Yes, security votes. This debate on security vote has been going on for years.
Why can't we use it to equip our police? The political way, because if we're serious about equipping the police, we will still equip the police. If we're serious about equipping education, we will still equip education. Our priorities are not there because they feel that it not concern us. We are the VIPs.
My sister, Lagos State has security. Listen, Lagos State has security votes. Remember? During Ambode's time, they bought vehicles. Okay. Do you know that one that is back to that corner? It's dead. There's nobody there. The car is just dead. Listen, there's so much you can do, but maintaining or continuing that is a no other conversation.
Responsibility to maintain.
Let's go on a break. When we come back, we continue this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Do you know you can now check your oral health anytime, anywhere with My Tooth Doc, the Colgate WhatsApp dentist? Send hi now to 0908 999 6001. Oral health for free. Endorsed by the Nigerian Dental Association.
Good afternoon, Oga. Now you be the landlord.
Yes, Nami.
Oga landlord, me go need one room for this your house, so.
Okay, sure you get work where you do.
Yes, I be nurse.
You know go they owe me be that now.
Now how much be your rent, safe?
Not just 90,000 naira. Wait, this guy, where you come from, Seth?
Okay. I come from Akamata.
Akamata? No talk am again. My spirit and Akamata people know the ever join.
Okay, wetin happen now?
Come over my compound. Now so baba thing that people sabi do for that Akamata. Come over here.
Haba, Papa, wetin this innocent girl do you now? Now people like you, they spoil Nigeria, Papa.
I think you don't see him now. My people, they talk, say jollof rice, we dey for bottom pot today. Go dey top of cooler tomorrow. As I take need you now, so you self need me. Because now one mama we get with the Nigeria. Make we love ourselves. Because now only together we go fit to make our country better for us and our children them. One heart plus one love equals better Nigeria. Now the Center for Democracy and Development, CDD, with support from the UK government, they bring in this message.
You too? Oh.
Why?
Daddy is coughing, Gina is coughing, so I just ran for cover.
Uniplex cough syrup contains ammonium chloride, diphenhydramine hydrochloride, sodium citrate, and menthol crystals to give you relief from sore throat, cold, and just a cough.
Daddy, are we safe now?
Yeah. Uniplex cough syrup. Cage the cough, free your voice.
They act like Leila's mom. What if she's bringing Supreme ice cream?
Hey girls, I got ice cream. Hey girls, I got ice cream.
Supreme ice cream now comes in a new exciting look with new label design, logo, and now comes in a white tub with all the joy in every scoop. Supreme, rich and creamy ice cream.
Knock, knock, knock. Have you had breakfast this morning? I'm talking about a Kellogg's breakfast. It's fortified with the essential vitamins and minerals so you can stay active and alert. So tasty, so nutritious.
I find the strength I need every time that I look into your eyes. I know they worry, cause I know, say you did by my side. No matter what I do, you love me until unconditionally. You show up for me every day, no matter when I show you. You show me love. No matter when I show you. You show me love. No matter when I show you. You show me love.
Bye, Mom.
He's going to play in this weather. Why did you let him go? He might fall ill. And if he doesn't go out for practice, how will he win more trophies? To protect our family from illness-causing germs during the rainy season, we use Dettol soap every day.
Dettol with germ defense gives you protection. Rainy season brings a lot of germs, and Dettol soap's germ defense protects you from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Dettol soap is endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association. Be Dettol sure.
In Owo. And joining the conversation now is Honorable Oluwole Ogunmolashui. He's a member Ondo State House of Assembly, our constituency. Good morning, sir. Thanks for joining the show. Hello, sir. Good morning, sir. Are you there? Honorable Oluwole, are you there? I think I'm having some connection issues. We'd like to hear from him because we're discussing laws. We're discussing how we, how intelligence within the state. What was his last are these private issues with the governor? I mean, these are conversations we want to have with lawmakers, with police, with the community heads, the leaders, and that's why we're having this conversation this morning. We can hope we can get him back. It's quite sad that this issue of security continues to be the debate across states because the governors seem to be ill-equipped to secure their people.
They don't have the powers. How a governor will be lamenting, there is a challenge in my state, and he can't do anything. He has to tell the president.
Governor, remember? He used to shout and lament then.
Was it, what did he call it? Benue State governor. He said, there's a challenge in my state. He can't do anything. And he would have to wait until he gets in touch with the president. The president gives the IG information. The president that might be doing 1 million other things that are facing him. The president that has many state governors also trying to resolve the same issues in their own states. Just when we have this conversation about security, it's perplexing that the campaign mentioned decentralizing
the government,
the police. The campaign of this government mentioned they will do it. State police, one of the promises they made that they haven't delivered till now, and in less than 1 year they are leaving. So it's sad that it seems like everywhere you think, okay, this region still has
the governor of Ondo State, his problem is peculiar. He's dealing with the forest. He's dealing with herders who are armed. These guys are getting ammunition. So he's different from another state who's dealing with other issues.
Not necessarily peculiar, because I mean, the Kaduna State, when you mentioned this, it just reminded me of something. We know how the Kaduna State governor has been vocal about getting these people out, attacking them. And one of the things that we heard when we attack Kaduna State or its environs would be, you have been talking, Abi, we will show you. And I feel that that may be like a modus operandi for these people. Okay, so you, the governor in Ondo State, you have actually led the charge about the registering of these people and, you know, insisting, insisting that, you know, they leave the forest. So when we have, it shows you that it's not peculiar, that there's a way that they are moving. So that's why my question in the beginning was, are these the same bandits all around? Are they the same people kidnapping people off trains and ransacking people's villages and kidnapping them, killing people? Are they moving from one place to the other? I should not be asking this question. I should have an intelligence unit of my, you know, of our government that sort of, well, I hope that they do in some way, but that they now also put in place security in communities like this. I asked the KBAC about how that community looked like, because when it comes to the north, people will say, "Oh, you know how the north is? It's just a small settling, vast land, and so before security will get to them, sometimes it will take 24 hours." In the south, so in a place in the southwest, I know they don't have that sort of vast land and small communities within, you know. So why would something like that catch them completely unawares, you know? So,
let me take this call from Adi. I'll come to you. Good morning, Adi. Are you there? I'm in London. Hello, Adi. Are you there? You're live. Hello. I think there's something wrong with our phone lines.
Well, when you travel through the roads, you have security checkpoints. They check you. What exactly? I'm always wondering, what exactly are they checking for? Because this vehicle carried ammunition and must have traveled. It did not pass any checkpoints. Or in the north, we hear they don't attack with vehicles, they attack with bikes. This one was not a bike, this one was a car, it was a box. So obviously, the question Mayam asked is extremely important. Are we dealing with one entity that has splintered into different groups and there's a command? Is there a central command?
Have we captured somebody tell us, okay, I'm different? So we don't.
You said something. In the technical term, backward integration, we look at how these things are playing out, and then we calculate that where is it coming from? Are they responding to one action? Why is it all the forests that were having issues? In Anambra, Abia State, where are they? Imo State, forest. They come from the forest, they attack. In the east, northeast, forest, they attack. Southwest, forest, they attack.
And why can't they enter the forest? What is stopping our own military from entering the forest? Is it not our country's forest? Why should foreigners be more comfortable in our forest than our own military? Why would foreigners know our forest better than our own military? I still don't get it.
Ade, you're there, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
What I want to, if you listen to the head of Methodist Church that was kidnapped recently, the man spoke. I think he should be playing that play. He said that he saw a military man at the checkpoint. They took money to that person. After they released them, they were leaving. Then those who told them that they are here to take over the whole Nigeria, and they will be in Lagos very soon. Go and play the video. But nobody said any publisher of what the man said. Now coming to our is my town. The enclave of these people that our government is describing is very close to Akiba University. Once you leave Akiba University, it's less than 2-3 kilometers. You see the enclave there, the rock, where they reside. God forbid, if they are going to the university, what will happen? So I think before we can see to the end of this bandits or whatever, it will be after the exit of this present government. Go and mark it. Nothing can be done before them, but after the exit, you see that thing will go down. And that time, look at my people yesterday, how they killed them, you know. You see, it's a very sad day for everyone.
Thank you very much, Ade. There's one fundamental question. Where do they get their ammunition from? How does it enter? No. Is it, how does it enter? Is it, do they fly it in? Do they take it to the ports? How do these ammunition get into the forest? No, they're into the forest. How does it enter the forest? So there's so many things that we can use, because as you say, we're going backwards now. How they have a lot of ammunition with the AK-47s. And we don't even know how many.
So the questions will be countries that border our country. How, you know, how yes. Some of these countries are not well established. Maybe they have just terrorists just running rampage in their own countries. They don't have like a strong security presence within their country. So whatever happens there, the fallout of it reaches, Nigeria. But that's the thing. We cannot just keep giving this as excuses. We have a military, for heaven's sakes. They know these things. We are just a group of ladies just constantly asking a question. We have people who this is their job. They wake up morning and night to think about how to protect the country, Nigeria, and we're still struggling with it. And sometimes when they put them on TV, they're asking the same questions you and I are asking. They're giving the same information you and I are giving. Why are they not giving us superior intelligence? Why are they not giving us superior things that they have done? Strategies. Why am I constantly asking the same question, and then I'll hear the National Security Advisor asking you the same question?
Saying God will help us.
Yeah. So, we're here in this country when we had that people were mining, a lot of mining going on, illegal mining, states like Zamfara and the rest. Helicopters were flying, they were exchanging, they were paying with ammunition. It's here. So if we're asking where these things are coming from, we can still start looking into that since we're tracing it backwards. Also, for states that have had this sort of rampages happening all around, we always notice that some locals work hand in hand with these people. Some locals are the ones who give them a sort of intelligence. Are we true to ourselves? Are we really after each other's good? Let me just put it that way, because we know an outsider cannot really come in and do as much if an insider is not furnishing an information and helping you to escape and get away for whatever you need to eat. So let's be true to ourselves. What are we doing to ourselves? The government has failed us. The question is, how do we as citizens begin to equip ourselves before it happens? That's one. Secondly, are there any locals around us that we are suspecting are giving information? We should fish them out. We should be united in fighting against these intruders. We hear that most of them are not even Nigerians. So they are coming in and they're having a way with our country. And there are other conspiracy theories that I cannot see on live TV.
Okay, all right, but that's all we can take on this segment. We have to wrap up on this, but we really await reports from Ondo State, from the police, Commissioner for Police, to know what's going on in the investigation. I know the governor had to leave what he was doing in Abuja. It's a crucial time for APC, but he had to leave those consultations to come back to his state to focus on this matter. And I just hope that they are able to apprehend these monsters and arrest them and bring them to book. That's all we can take on this. When we come back, move on to another hot topic. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Our new toothpaste, Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection.
Why are we changing our toothpaste?
Because with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, I can be sure your teeth are cavity-free.
When you brush daily with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, its expert formula locks natural calcium in our teeth and helps protect them from cavity. Colgate is the world's most chosen toothpaste.
Colgate locks calcium in.
Keeps cavities out! Colgate is now available in 300 Naira and 500 Naira packs.
Knock, knock, knock. Have you had breakfast this morning? I'm talking about the Kellogg's breakfast. It's fortified with the essential vitamins and minerals so you can stay active and alert. So tasty, so nutritious.
Helen Paul, don't be surprised. I'm a new twin. I know you've heard of Apic Toilet Cleaner. Of course. And for the rest of your bathroom, I use detergent and bleach to clean. Madam, detergent and bleach does not give you better cleaning. In the bathroom, you find tough stains like grime, limescale, and hidden underneath are germs. Introducing new Apic Bathroom Cleaner. Dilute it in water to clean the floor. And for tough stains, use directly on surface to give you 10 times better cleaning versus detergents and kills germs as well.
Wow.
So blue
for my toilet
and red
for my bathroom to be good as new.
All I do is win. I wake up, I win. I close my eyes, and I win.
We got a emergency, girlfriend.
Keep up on me, come on, let's go. I love my curves and the skin I'm in. Switch it up, turn it around, take it up again. Come on, let's go. Keep winning till the world stops spinning. Independent women, come on, now let's get it. I'ma keep winning till the world stops.
Wow, you look great. Did you just come from the salon?
Darling superstar, braids that stay salon fresh no matter what.
Babies cannot speak. All they do is cry whenever they're sick. When your baby is going through aches, fever, or pains, allergic cough, including discomfort associated with teething pains, treat your baby with Bonababe syrup. Bonababe is manufactured by Bond Chemical Industries Limited. Available in pharmacies near you. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor.
I use it for you when you are a baby.
Are you aware that your perfect family may be under threat by germs? Germs can cause infectious disease. These infectious diseases are amongst the biggest killers of adults and children. Illness-causing germs are everywhere. In unclean bathing water, on your clothes, dirty surfaces, on cuts and wounds. To protect your family from germs, use the power of Dettol's 1 capful. In your bathing water, for your laundering, for surface cleaning, for first aid, and to protect your family from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Be Dettol Sure.
The National Assembly is a busy place. As the bastion of democracy, it is a place where bills are presented, motions debated, laws made, and the yearnings of the people are laid bare. Come with us as we take you through the workings of the National Assembly. We take you through plenary, committee meetings, and probes, all to ensure smooth working of the democratic process.
Thanks for staying with us. So today is the commencement of the ruling party APC's presidential primaries. It's expected to be a keenly contested primary, and just one person is going to emerge as the party's flag bearer come 2023 presidential elections. Joining us on this segment is a member of the Election Management Subcommittee Presidential Primary and also a legal practitioner by profession, Honorable Daniel Bawala. Welcome to the show, sir. Are you there?
I'm here. Thank you for having me. And good morning to everyone.
Nigerians are waiting. In fact, everybody is waiting for the end of today to finally know who the APC flag bearer for the presidential elections coming 2023. Now, there are so many factors being considered, and I'd like you to share your own thoughts on this. The president is insisting on the consensus. Others are saying, let us have a purely democratic process where we go to the delegates to select who they want to be the flag bearer. In your view, what's the best approach, and what do you think would be, who do you think would emerge at the end of today?
Right. So thank you for having me. First of all, maybe a little bit of clarification. The election itself isn't holding today. It's going to be tomorrow. People are arriving today, and some things are being put in place. Now, and again, the president, I believe his statement or reports coming from Villa may have been communicated incorrectly to the Nigerian people. The president is in no way insisting that a consensus candidate be imposed. The president is of the opinion that, having regard to the number of aspirants that we've got, it is very nice to arrive at a consensus candidate. And the procedure he is encouraging for arriving at a consensus candidate is not by means of imposition. Take, for example, the South. The governors in the North have agreed and suggested to the president that their resolution is that power should go there. The president concurred with that idea, but now advise the Southern aspirants to go, have a conversation, arrive at a consensus. That is a tall order to begin with. I think that, and I think I've been talking that for a while now, that the best option at this time is to go for the delegate election. And the reason is because we are in a new election cycle in our party. It is not the president seeking a re-election. Secondly, like in football or in basketball, you determine your strategy by looking at the possible strategy of your opponent. The candidate of PDP is already revealed. It's Atiku Abubakar. He is not a newcomer. He is not starting the politics now, has been in politics and looking for this position for close to 30 years or 20-something years, since 1992. He has participated in all elections in the sense of whether with the as an opposition or after we won the election in 2015, was in government briefly before he left for his own. So he's familiar with the terrain. He seemed to be a prepared person because in 2019, it was evident that the president, even with the support of all stakeholders of our party, we were only able to defeat him with a little over 2 million votes. Having regard to the opposition, it is imperative that APC as a party should look inward and look at the candidate that has the capacity to challenge him and defeat him. And the president made clear in his statement, the criteria for the choice of a consensus candidate should be one, a candidate that is popular with the party throughout the federation. That is a candidate that is attractive enough for the party to work with. And number two, should be a candidate with capacity to win election for us. Now, if you are a member of APC, there are certain things you cannot deny. You can only argue, but you can't deny. That if you are looking at a candidate in our party who has that capacity, who has a reach, I say a candidate that operates like MTN, where his reach is everywhere in the country. I don't think it is something you will debate for more than 2 minutes to arrive at a conclusion that it is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I am from the north. I'm from Borno State. There is no part of the north that I know you will go to. You will not find community of APC members canvassing for Asiwaju. And not because he just emerged, because he has been involved in the creation of structures of the party and in the sustenance of the structure. When we go to the election, it is this delegate and people at local level that will vote, that will encourage people to vote, that will seek to protect your vote. If they don't know you, or they don't know you enough as someone who has invested in the party, they are vulnerable to the opponent. They can be bought over by the opponent. Some may not even have the energy and the enthusiasm to work for you. So the first criteria of the president, the person that puts the bill amongst the aspirants, is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The second criteria that the president said in his speech, the person that will win election for us. So look at the aspirants that we've got and look at their antecedents and their history and trajectory. Who amongst them is one candidate that can point at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 10 things to say, I have achieved over a period of time that forms the credential that I will win election for us. Asiwaju started this journey from the Southwest, was able to maintain dominance of the party in its successive.
Okay, let me get a few more questions. Let me ask this question because all this we can analyze from now till tomorrow. By tomorrow evening, all of us will know who the presidential candidate would be, and it would only be one person. My question is it possible that regardless of who comes out, the party from the party you see right now, can they rally around one person? Because we've heard so many things being said in the past few days. Do you believe that the party can rally around one person without anybody feeling like my desire did not, my ambition didn't come to pass, and I'm not going to be willing to push ahead with this?
Good question. So then that depends on who the candidate is, because the outcome, my belief, is that one way or the other will result in displeasure, and probably there are members or aspirants who will feel that they will not be a part of this process. It's natural when you have more than 5 interests that have developed over a period of time, and they don't meet their ends, that they may be discouraged. So you should look to the candidate that if such a thing happens, he has the capacity to reach the party. You could see in PDP, when Atiku won the election, rather than dividing the party along lines, he was going to the aspirants that lost the primaries. He's trying to build consensus, galvanize support. So in APC, the only when he emerges, if we have a fallout of these things that you've raised, has the capacity to unite them together is Asiwaju, and I will explain why. Because virtually every single member, a stakeholder of our party, his own story or her own story is not complete until Asiwaju is mentioned. There must be a time in your political journey where he has had to help you one way or the other. And so you will look at that when you want to get angry and walk away, and then decide that gathering a consensus or galvanizing support around such a person will promise hope for the party.
Okay.
If the party,
Yes, so, politics can be very funny. And I would like to ask you this question because we remember what happened during the PDP the primaries for the PDP. There was a last-minute realignment. Do you foresee that sort of thing happening in the APC? Or are you certain that everybody can pull and support one person?
No, definitely there will be alignment and realignment. So we have 15 active aspirants. They have been asked to step down. So you're going to find that what I call the lightweight aspirants, they probably, who knows, they may have been engaged in a conversation to step down for one candidate or the other. If you look at the candidates, some of us who are in the party will know that serious contenders are not more than 4 or 5. But even amongst the serious contenders, we have between now up until tomorrow morning, when you will hear major announcement of somebody saying, I'm stepping down for this or stepping down for another.
Honorable Bauer, let me pause you for a second, because there are some really important factors. Yahaya Bello is a factor because he's young. he's coming quite strong, especially because he's from the north, and which we have an opposition party feeling another stronger contender for this in the APC, number one. Number two, the vice president is also a factor because many people feel like he's also be somebody that is young and appeal to he's worked in the economy, be this somebody that a lot of young people might want to vote for. Do you think these are factors that might actually be making it an issue for us to arrive at a consensus within the party?
So let me start by saying that Governor Yabelo is a friend and is somebody whom I love, I support over the years. Even in his presidential bid, I wish him the best. But I do not think that age is a factor at the moment. It's if you are in Nigeria now, if you're under an insecure environment, you wouldn't mind if your neighbor is Igbo, Yoruba, or Hausa. If that neighbor will add to the security of that environment, you will love it. I know that there are talking points and people generate that, narratives built here and there. An average Nigerian, when the chip is down, is looking for somebody that will provide enabling environment for him to thrive in life. So in APC, Yaya Bello from the North Central, I think, in my view, I may be wrong, that the position he has taken and the way he managed his campaign to this point may help in providing the opportunity for him to be a vice presidential candidate in case a candidate emerges from the South. But you never know, because if the Southwest candidates and Southwest and South aspirants fail to galvanize around a strong person and then you go into the election, you will find that somebody who is standing alone from the geopolitical zone is likely to harvest the delegates more, except if a candidate from the South, for example, like Asiwaju, who has built a national structure, that it will become difficult for you to defeat him. Otherwise, it's easier for an aspirant that is from a zone where there are less competition to pull through. But if you look at the party, basically, there are three people in the race, in my view. Asiwaju, the rest, and the dark horse. What I mean by the dark horse is who the president, as people are alleging, has in mind. But Asiwaju is an institution that is already on ground. So the election, in my view, is between Asiwaju and the president. Okay. Because Asiwaju, there is nobody in our party who does not know Asiwaju is ready.
All right, let me pause. I have very few minutes left.
Okay. Let me even throw in another factor. So they talk about how powerful governors are, and we have 22 APC governors. We have a few of them that have shown interest in running. They have alliances and allegiances. How would that play, and affect the dark horse, Asiwaju, and others?
So from what I'm seeing, if the president had a particular candidate in mind, with the series of meetings between day before yesterday and yesterday, the president would have been compelled to point at someone. I can tell you categorically, the president does not have a specific person, the party to arrive at someone that he will endorse. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened, number one. There is an element, that is Senator Ahmed Lawa, he emerged lately. So the belief that people have, and you could hear people conversing, is that if West and South are not able to pull up a consensus around a person, because the North has the highest number of delegates, if politics of ethnicity, comes, for example, that Ahmed Lawal is likely to emerge as a candidate. But it remains to be seen whether the capacity that Asiwaju has developed, it is easy for somebody to crack up that place.
That's an interesting angle, because ethnicity can't play a card. So if we go to the elections, a lot of factors definitely will be in play. The ethnicity, as you said, money also will be at play here, because we saw it in the PDP, where money was changing hands. So the richest amongst these contenders can also pay the delegates. So these are other factors that might affect the election. So you're saying that a consensus will probably be preferable for us to go than to go into the elections of the delegates. What do you think in your view?
I have never subscribed to the idea of consensus, because consensus can arrive at someone who is weak. But delegate election means you are testing the popularity of the person before the main election. And if the delegate election takes place It's a matter of waiting to do the coronation ceremony for Asuwaju. Nobody can come close to him. I'm just speaking facts.
Okay, so I'm a bit concerned because of what you say, and your words confirm a lot of rumors that the consensus candidate from the president's side might not be Asiwaju, because you just mentioned that there is Asiwaju and then there's the president's preferred candidate and there's and then others. So it's why would you insinuate that? Because it looks like they're always having meetings, they're eating together, everything is at peace. Some people just assume that it's the gossips around that is creating a breach where there is no breach.
Let me tell you, when I say Asuwaju and the rest, it is not suggestive by any means that Asuwaju is not, that may not be the consensus candidate. It may well be that Asuwaju is the consensus candidate. You see, you have to study the psychology of the president. I think that the reason why the president is very careful in not giving by either body language or anything that he's supportive of Asuwaju is because the president is a Muslim. Asuwaju is a Muslim. If the president should begin to indicate by body language that he's supporting Asuwaju, the Nigerian people may take it that it is an exchange from one Muslim to another.
So let me just throw in one last.
We have to go. We don't have any time.
Oh, some people are saying they don't want to.
Unfortunately, that's all we can take. We cannot take any more questions. We've run out of time. Thank you very much, Honorable Daniel, for joining us this morning. We appreciate your comments.
Thank you.
Wait till tomorrow and hear the results from the APC. That's all we can take. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
We're a group of volunteer health workers, including doctors, nurses, pharmacists, laboratory technicians, CHUs, who have decided to support and volunteer for the emergence of Professor Yemi Osibanjo, including providing pro bono health services.
When Professor Osibanjo declared for the office of the president, I became excited, thinking what the possibilities could be for our nation, Nigeria. I also reflected on what I could do to help in his aspirations. I knew that I could bring my skills and time to the table to help in the area of organization and events planning.
When he eventually declared, it was one of the happiest days for me because I knew right then that there is hope for Nigeria. So we organized ourselves towards supporting with the logistics of transportation, flying his team in the 36 states of the country to meet the delegates, making sure that all of these things go smooth without any hitches.
Personally, I got interested in the candidature of Professor Yemi Osibanjo when I witnessed the renewed hope and positive change in our country, which temporarily stopped fellow health workers from moving out of this country for greener pastures. We have provided free health services to over 50,000 Nigerians in 5 geopolitical zones, and these were mainly the poor and downtrodden who could not have afforded these services.
When the Vice President, Professor Yomi Osibanjo, celebrated his 65th birthday, I gathered a group of friends and we organized a free medical outreach in northern and central part of Plateau. We saw over 10,000 patients. We did 5,885 minor, intermediate, and major surgeries.
In the past few weeks, I, alongside others, have helped organize Professor Osibanjo's delegate engagement across the 36 states of the nation and the Federal Capital Territory.
I have decided to contribute to this campaign by devoting my time, my skill, through my work with other teams of volunteers and business people.
My name is Dr. Kumbe John Sonny. I am a member of Arewa Women and Youth for Osibanjo. I am a volunteer with the PYO campaign.
My name is Temitope Obasa. I am a caterer and I volunteer with the PYO campaign.
My name is Love Idoko Uloko and I run an events management business. I am a media consultant and I volunteer with the PYO campaign.
My name is Dr. Obini Birim and the convener of Health Workers for Sibanjo, and a volunteer with the PYO campaign.
We are now set to work towards getting the delegates into Abuja for the primaries.
My name is Boyega Ojolakwe. I'm a member of the businessmen from Shibajo who have been able to raise funds from within the network to support lodging and hotel needs for delegates and others who might be stranded and have no alternatives during the party's convention.
We have set up mobile clinics and health posts that will cater for the health and well-being of delegates.
We believe in the leadership ability of the Vice President. We've been watching keenly how he has been managing the affairs of this country. We believe in Osibanjo and we want him to be the president.
It is time.
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 Revived and re-engineered. That's the new reality in Nasarawa State under the leadership of Governor Abdullahi Sule, who is repositioning the state for greatness and empowering lives with the Nasarawa Economic Development Strategy. From education to agriculture and infrastructure, Engineer Abdullahi Sule is exceeding expectations with his clear-cut Nasarawa agenda. Find out more on Nasarawa Focus, Mondays, 8:30 p.m.
The story of sport is often told in numbers. But we don't fall in love with 1:40-91. We don't idolize a sixth-round knockout. We don't dream of growing up to be 3-1. Discover the human stories that give meaning to the numbers. Sport Africa from the BBC.
Before they go see my sister. The road just make pokey. But now I can't love the road if I can't see my sister. Okay, may God bless her. And may God give her more wisdom.
Governor Ifan Ekowa is very kind, he's very caring, he's so good, especially to the students and to the children. He's concerned about us, that is why he made this facility for us.
Before this program, I've been owing debts of about 1.something million. But through this shop I've opened, I was able to pay that debt.
The governor is a lifter of life.
Every 1 hour, 86 migrants enter Lagos State. It is a beehive of activities. Every second counts in this city that never goes to sleep. There is always something to talk about. We go the extra mile to tell the story of Africa's 5th largest economy. We track happenings on land, on waterways, and in the air. We go against all odds to ensure that you are heard.
25% of the entire spread of Lagos is covered with water.
I live in Lagos.
The Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development presents a public enlightenment program to inform and enlighten Nigerians on the activities, programs and interventions of the ministry, tailored
after humanitarian services to better the lot of the masses. Join us every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. on the program Humanitarian Intervention Series. It is very illuminating. Don't miss it.
It's not your regular show. It's an online interactive session where we share my views on the everyday issues that cut across politics, security, health, current affairs, governance, and so much more. I am passionate about our country. I choose to support any conversation geared towards building a better Nigeria. I am Babajide Kolaji Otitoju. Join me every Saturday on TVC News YouTube channel as I discuss Nigeria and the world at large on the show Issues with Jide.
Join me, Precious Amayo, as I bring you news from the epicenter, where it happens and when it happens, staying on top of every breaking story, minute by minute, right at the hour when the city gets busy and just before it sleeps. We're live from every angle with objective insight and analysis. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Information is power, information is security, information is knowledge. Unlabeled and to believe that working people around the world have real questions of their own. They want to know how the world of work operates, what it means to the employer of labor, how policies affect workers in the workplace. Unlabeled and I ensure we engage effectively the organized labor, organized private sector, and governments to get out of them information workers are in need of.
At TVC News, wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Good morning, and thank you very much for joining us. I am Yori Folari. Well, it was a Black Sunday yesterday, following the attack on the St. Francis Catholic Church in Owo in Ondo State. Figures vary, anywhere from between 50 to 58 people were killed. It was an execution. Everybody has been outraged. Everybody, just everybody. It doesn't matter what side of the divide. Even Governor Akeredolu has, according to newspaper reports, abandoned his assignments. Abandoned his assignments at the APC, important APC, primaries convention. He's had to go back home and attend to business. So on this morning, as other programs have done today, we offer our heartfelt condolences to all that were accepted it. In fact, we have a package of the disaster, shall I say.
Run, some people they start shooting some people for leg, from leg. You get one woman from back, from face, others shooting the leg, shooting. So and now father now escape, go inside the house. As that thing after then, the soldiers. Before the soldiers come, they don't escape. That is that. Then no, priest is inside.
Finish the mass already. The priest is already on procession to come out. Then I get outside. I was trying to say, people, please give way. This is coming. Then the man just came in, very tall man like this. He just shot gun straight to the church. Straight. If they say aim me, he will kill me. Yeah, and then I ran inside, tried to close it. I now tell people, please, oh yeah, ewole. There's a man beside me. I say, okay, let's what I going to do? Then I lie down. Two.
This woman was, however, lucky as she escaped with her 2 children.
ìsàgbà yẹn mi lè kọ́ ọmọ méjèèjì mi lè gbabẹ̀ láfi ọmọ méjèèjì bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe ṣe ìwà nù tọ́lẹ̀tì nìyẹn tí mo ṣe sá pamọ́ sí níbẹ̀ bí a ṣe wá rí ni pé gbogbo wọn bá ṣe wá rí ni pé wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n ti lọ ò pé gbogbo wọn ti lọ ò bó ṣe wá pè wá nìyẹn pé everybody máa jáde bá ṣe wá ń jáde bò la wá ń rí ọ̀hún òkú tó ti kú sílẹ̀ torí èmi dẹ̀rẹ̀ mi lè dúró máa wọ̀ wọn.
It's the most tragic event, horrific. I don't want to talk about what we see or what we hear happens in America. What has happened here is a child's play. What you have in America is a child's play to what has happened there.
Indeed, Governor Akeredolu there of Ondo State, a tragedy, as he put it. Well, both himself, the president, have said that every resource at our disposal will be deployed to finding these people, apprehending them, and make them pay for the dastardly action. Okay, we just couldn't but touch base and register the way most Nigerians are feeling about this, and certainly us on the program as well. Okay, now on to the business of the day. As you know, 2-day convention, Monday, Tuesday, today, and tomorrow has been scheduled for, the APC presidential primaries to sort of come up with a candidate acceptable, in the words of the president, acceptable to all, and that can ensure unity and also, quite importantly, ensure the victory of the party for the 3rd straight time. Of course, as you know, it's been, how does one put it? The whole news and social media circuits have been agog right through the week. There's nothing we haven't heard. We've heard of step downs followed by denials of step downs. We've heard it all. But now, today is Monday, is the first of the 2-day expected duration of the convention. And our man, Demola Lawrence, is actually in Abuja, and we shall be touching base with him. We also expect to be speaking with Dr. Tunji Abayomi, constitutional lawyer and APC chieftain. Those 2 people, in fact, I don't know if we have either of them yet. Demola Lawrence, to get the scene. Demola? Well, I'm told not exactly yet. So as I was saying, we're going to, be looking at that this morning. So while we're waiting, it's getting to be something of a habit, really. While we're waiting to connect up with our people, maybe we could open the phones up, and especially in the meantime, maybe people wanted to offer the sympathy or show their anguish or condolences as a result of the tragedy that Arakure, the governor, was just speaking about there. In fact, let's start off. While we're waiting for your calls, let's give you the reaction of President Muhammadu Buhari on the tragedy.
Muhammadu Buhari has condemned the killing of worshippers at St. Francis Catholic Church in Ondo State. He directed emergency agencies to swing into action and bring succor to the wounded. He assured that no matter what, the country shall never give in to evil and wicked people, and Nigeria will eventually win. Also, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu commiserated with his Ondo State counterpart, Governor Akeredolu, and the state government. He describes the attack as callous, inhuman, and despicable act, as he sympathized with the people of Ondo State. Presidential aspirant Bola Ahmed Tinubu has said there is no place for such hatred and wanton taking of lives in our nation. He says the perpetrators are evil and that they should be subjected to the full measure of the law and justice. He urged the people of the state to remain calm and peaceful while urging the police and security agencies to do all that is within their power to get to the bottom of this attack. Meanwhile, former governor of Ondo State, Olusegun Mimiko, called on the state government to apprehend and bring the perpetrators of the dastardly act to immediate justice. The leadership of the Christian Association of Nigeria has called for an overhaul of the country's security architecture. They called on security agencies to apprehend the perpetrators of the dastardly criminality.
Well, some slight mix-up there. I did say we'd be showing you the president's reaction, but it's embedded in there and maybe subsequently. So that wasn't quite what I had announced as the president's reaction. But it has shown reactions from all corners, all sides. The president certainly has reacted. Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, leading contender, leading presidential aspirant of the ruling APC, has also offered his condolences and shown his outrage as well, as indeed have, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Just about everybody in society has been shocked by this. As Governor Akeredolu was saying in there, for comparison, the kind of tragedies, massacres that you unfortunately tend to hear of from the U.S., he said that would be child's play besides what was seen here. There were pictures on social media that probably would never have been shown on the regular mainstream media simply because of broadcasting ethics. You can't show gore, you can't show blood and that kind of a thing. But with the lack of regulation on social media, some very, very distressing pictures were shown. And so people did have a sense of how bad this tragedy actually was. Of course, it's led to questions. Somebody, maybe the question is being asked all over the country. So what about the regional security outfit, the Amotekun? You heard one of those eyewitness accounts in the video report earlier saying that we didn't see any no security, no uniformed person. But I guess they caught us napping. And there's the question of to what extent can you really police these people? Because it's been said that guerrilla warfare is not conventional warfare. So maybe they were using guerrilla tactics. The church members say they actually didn't know. They thought they had just come to church as worshippers. And then the details are sketchy here, but we've been hearing about explosions. We've been hearing about firing sporadically into the crowds. And the fact that there was a heartlessness, because the point was made that the guns were actually, they were shooting on sight, according to newspaper reports, and they were actually shooting women and children. That is a part that it's wickedness of the highest order, and one doesn't know exactly what the objective of all of this actually was. What was the purpose? Well, the authorities are on it, and no doubt we shall be hearing the results of their investigations in due course. Well, as I said, we're away from that for a moment. We certainly will stay on it. All Nigeria wants to hear what the progress is on the president and the governor saying that these people will be tracked down, whatever be the case. They will deploy all resources possible. But as I said, today is the first of a two-day APC presidential primary seeking exercise. It's going to be one of those rolling kind of stories where, as it's happening, we'll be letting you know. They have not been able to reach a consensus yet exactly on what is the methodology to go. Will it be a consensus?